everybody, Captain Murphy here from PiratesAhoy.net. Today I'm going to cover some of the features that are inside the internal build that you can play around with and to kind of give us a little more feedback and to get the screenshots that you really are wanting when you're working on the internal build. The first thing you can do is you can control the ocean, and you can do it in three different ways. You can increase and decrease the wave size using the F11 and F12. You can increase and decrease the foam created and the pitch of the wave so that makes them sharper or more round. And you'll have to balance this yourself. You can see that as you go too high, it'll actually roll the tips of the waves over themselves, and it makes a kind of a Fresnel lens type effect on the fronts. So you've got to balance this yourself to get that right edge so that the foam only appears right at the edge of it. And of course, you can also increase and decrease the speed of the waves. So you can make very small waves that are very fast, or you can make very large waves that are very slow. So you can modify those to your liking. Now the other features we've got is the ability to change the time of day. So you can see that as the sun will move through the sky, it'll pass along. Well, you can use the F5 and F6 to move the day along, and you can get just the right screenshot you want with the sun wherever you want it to be. The other sections that I've just recently added is the F3 key turns on a control panel for the time of day and the weather. This is something that was already built into the TOD script. I'm enabling it, disabling it. What's going to happen later is when you hit the F3, it's going to turn off the mouse look, so that way you don't have to move around while you're trying to get your mouse positioned. It's going to turn off the mouse look and then turn on your cursor so you can actually see it again. And the last thing, the first item that I added a while back was actually a FPS counter. If you hit F1, you can see in the top left corner the FPS counter shows up there. So you can get an idea when if I ask you what your FPS is for development builds, then you guys can actually take a screenshot of it or just let me know what your build FPS is. Like some of the things that will slow it down is having more and more polys. Like right now you can have the ship moving around is causing a very high drain, so we're getting down to 20 FPS. And these are the number of frames that are showing. This isn't the calculation frames or the GPU actually rendering. This is just the number of frames that are passing in the engine. So just an idea for that. And of course the last thing is a feature that has been requested by Peter, one of our project managers, and is finally in here. You can hit F2 and it switches your control scheme around to allow your character to fly around. This is so you can take screenshots of things that are unobtainable normally, like if you wanted to see the overhead of the ship, things like that. You wouldn't normally be able to get to that angle from the deck, so we've added in this flying script so you can get a better idea of some of the third-person cameras. So when you're actually on a ship, the third-person camera could be right around here, so that way you can see your ship from an overhead view, things like that. And so this is just a quick idea of some of the script items. If you turn your flying off while you're over, it turns the regular controller back on again, and then you're back on the ground. So that's just as a quick overview, give you an idea what we got coming in right here for the latest TOD system, controls and all that. So anyway, hopefully this will allow you guys to get better screenshots and to give us some more feedback on how the system works. And this week I'm going to cover some of the new assets that are in the system and give you guys an overview on them later on. So remember guys, go to PiratesAhoy.net to volunteer your time and to go to heartsofoakgame.com to stay up to date. Thanks.